Here is a system that we're going to solve from a word problem. So we're going to have to set up our own system. It says 3 jackets and 2 hats cost $156. 1 jacket and 5 hats cost $117. How much does each cost? So what that means is how much does a jacket cost and how much does 1 hat cost? Let's let J be the cost of a jacket, J for jacket, and H the cost of 1 hat. All right, well, we know if we bought 3 jackets, that the cost would be 3J. J is the cost of 1 jacket, so that's 3 jackets plus 2 hats. Well, if each hat is H, 2 hats cost 2H. So 3J plus 2H is how much I've just spent, and that is your $156. On the other hand, it says if I just buy 1 jacket, well, the cost of 1 jacket is just J, but I buy 5 hats, so I also buy 5 hats, each one costing H dollars, costs $117. So those are our 2 equations using J and H. Next step is to solve it. Now you can solve it any way you want. You can use the substitution method or the addition method. I'm going to go ahead and use the substitution method by taking this equation here, the second equation, solving for J. J is 117 minus 5H. Okay? And I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to plug $117 minus 5H in for that J. Okay, so that'll give me 3 times that 117 minus 5H plus 2H equals 156. All right, so I have to do the distributive property. That's 351 minus 15H plus 2H equals 156. All right, so I have negative 13H. So I'm going to subtract negative 351 from both sides. It's going to give you negative 13H. And then we've got to do negative 351 plus 156. So that's just, you know it's going to be negative, right? And you're just going to take 351 minus 156, which is 195. And then I need to divide by negative 13. So H, so then you have to do that division, 13 into 195. You could use a calculator to do long division. That'll give you 15. So $15 for a hat. All right, we've got that. $15 for a hat. Now, what's the cost of the jacket? Well, now that you know H is 15, we can plug it right in here. So if we do that, we've got that the jacket is 117 minus 5 times 15, which is 117 minus 75, which is 42. So a jacket is costing $42. All right, that seems kind of reasonable. You know, cost of a jacket's $42, cost of a hat is $15. And then you would want to check this if you bought 3 jackets and 2 hats. Now that you know the actual cost, you want to go back and make sure that would come up to $156. And if you bought just 1 jacket but 5 hats, you want to make sure that that adds up to $117. So here's how you could check. 3 jackets and 2 hats. Now that you know that a jacket was $42 and a hat was $15, 3 times 42 is $126. 2 at $15 each is $30. And when you add, you do get $156. And that was what it said in the original. 1 jacket and 5 hats. Well, 1 jacket's $42. But if you buy 5 hats, $15 each. 5 times 15, 75. 42 plus 75 is 117. So it does check out. So that means it's true that the cost of a jacket was $42 and the cost of the hat was $15. All right, multiply and add like terms. There are different ways you can do these problems. I'm going to use the FOIL method on the first one. So we've got 5x times 7x, 35x squared. First, outer, minus 10x, inner, plus 21x, last, minus 6. So, okay, so we have 35x squared plus 11x minus 6 for this first one. Okay, second one, running out of room. So that's 6x minus 9 times 6x minus 9. And again, you could use the FOIL method or you could use the formula for a perfect square, but it's definitely not just 6x squared minus 9 squared or plus 9 squared. It's 36x squared minus 54x, that's the outer, minus 54x, that's the inner, plus 81. And those middle terms do not cancel out. They get added together to get minus 108x plus 81. All right, and the last one, 3x plus 11 times 3x minus 11. Hopefully you recognize that as a difference of two squares. When you do the outer and inners, they will cancel out. So you just have 3x times 3x is 9x squared minus 11 times 11 is 121. The outer term is negative 33x and the inner term is plus 33x. So those will cancel. Find all solutions to each equation. Well, for part A, this is factored and equal to 0, so that means one of the factors has to be 0. So either the 2x plus 5 is 0 or x minus 8 is 0. So we just solve each of these. 2x is negative 5, which means x could be negative 5 halves, so that's one solution. Or x is 8. That's the other solution. It is not an ordered pair. Do not put it in parentheses. You could use solution set and write it like this. That's okay. But it is not an ordered pair. Okay, next one. We have 4x times 5x minus 7 times 3x plus 5 equals 0. Again, it's factored, but remember, you've got this factor of 4x out in front. So you could either just write 4x equals 0 or write just x equals 0 when you simplify that. Two ways you could think about that. Or 5x minus 7 equals 0 or 3x plus 5 equals 0. So we're going to just add 7 to both sides, and that gives you 5x is 7, and then divide by 5. Okay, so we got 0 for a solution, we got 7/5 for a solution, and then over here, last one, you're going to subtract 5, and then divide by 3 for this one. So the other solution is negative 5/3. So this is 3 solutions. Again, do not use parentheses, but you may use braces if you'd like. Solution set.